Tonight's video is just going to be a quick little review for our test on Friday, so tomorrow will be a review too. The first thing we want to make sure we know how to do is add and subtract positive and negative numbers. So here, we all know what 9 plus 6 is. That's 15. Pretty easy, a positive and a positive number. But what happens when we have a positive and a negative number? Well, it might be easier to think of this as 8 minus a positive 2. So, which number was our bigger number? The 8. And was this positive or negative? Well, it was positive. So what's our answer going to be? Our answer is going to be a positive number as well. So 8 minus 2 is 6. Down here we have a negative number added to a negative number. So, once again, we're just going to make that a negative sign, then make that a positive sign. And which number is our bigger number? Well, the 7 right here. And is that a positive or a negative? It is a negative. So our answer, then, we know is going to be negative as well. So negative 7 minus 6. So you already owe someone $7, and then you have to give them $6 more. How many dollars total do you have to give them? 13. So you owe them $13. And remember, owe is negative. Okay? Along with adding and subtracting negative numbers with positive numbers, we also need to take a look at reflections, translations, and rotations. So, how would we reflect this little guy here? Here's our line. Well, let's clone him. Is that right? Is that a true reflection? Is he looking at himself? We need to flip it. There we go. This is a true reflection, because if we put a point right here, it's going to reflect upon the point right there. Alright? What about translations or slides? These are pretty easy. All it means is that the figure moved over. So, if this was going to have a translation or a slide, it would just be that. The figure looks the same, it's not reflected, it's not rotated, it's just moved over a little bit. Well, what if we wanted to rotate the figure or turn it clockwise? Clockwise we know is this way, because the hands on a clock go this way. So, this would be a quarter rotation of the figure. This would be a half rotation of the figure. And this would be a 3/4 rotation of the figure. And here, back would be a complete rotation of the figure, or a translation or a slide. So, what if we wanted to reflect this figure? What would we do? There we go. See how her bow over here is on the left side, and over here it's on the right side? The closest side is the side without a bow. Same over here, so this is a true reflection, right? Okay. Seems like a pretty easy test. So, one more thing. If I was going to draw a figure with no lines of reflection, what would that look like? So this might be an example. I can't draw a line anywhere on this figure that has it reflected, can I? Alright. What if I wanted to draw a figure with one line of reflection? I might draw a triangle, because if I drew a line here, that's not a line of symmetry. But if I drew a line here, that is a line of symmetry, right? But is this triangle truly a triangle with just one line of symmetry? We gotta be careful. This is pretty close. So, if we decide to draw a triangle we might want to do something like that. Okay, this triangle really does only have one line of symmetry. What about a figure that has two lines? Maybe something like this. Okay, because we can reflect it right here, and we can reflect it right here. If we had a square, this is actually, sorry, my lines aren't straight. This is actually a figure with more than two lines of symmetry because we can reflect it here, 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 and there, right? Alright, all pretty easy stuff except for the adding and subtracting of negative numbers, which we'll work with more tomorrow. So, have a good night.